Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and they have a teaser trailer for Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, Season 4, ending Clementine's journey. Now, I will begin this off by saying, if you're new to this channel, this isn't a reaction video. I thought it said it was a teaser trailer. Yeah, it was a teaser trailer. I honestly thought it was going to be just like, 30 seconds. Something that I didn't think to do a reaction video. I already seen it. I'm not going to fake a reaction. So if you haven't seen it yet, you want to watch it, come back here and discuss it. I'll put a link down below, or you can just search The Walking Dead Final Season E3 2018 teaser trailer. That's the title of this. I do have this up though because I do want to play it and show you guys one thing that I loved. And yes, we will be playing this on the channel. I think it comes out in August, and you can pre-order it this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And when you pre-order it, I saw a tweet that said you actually get the complete collection. So if you're new to Telltale's The Walking Dead, it's different. If you're into more active games, like more involved, more active, like shooters, or you're not into the more cinematic ones where you pick and choose, but you still move around at times. This may be one that you have to be in a certain mood to play, but that being said, I highly recommend you do get into it. And there is one spoiler I'm going to have to mention from Season 1. It's been a while. I'll try to, let you know before I mention it, and then you can mute the screen for a few seconds. But I think it is, in a combination of things, it is probably, this is genius in my opinion. The way this is set up, the way the events in Season 1 coming back to Clementine, which I still feel strongly it was a mistake not to play Clementine as a main character for Season 3. That should have been the main focus. Not sure why they didn't do that, but whatever, we're getting Clementine in Season 4. Anyway, so they're singing this song, Row Row Your Boat, and the kid is looking down at the water, and this is the part I just want to highlight that I love so much, because it connects to Season 1, it connects to the final thing, it connects with how beautiful and awesome the zombie world, as saturated as zombies are nowadays. They've been saying that since the 70s, they're never going to stop saying it. It's not that saturated, we need more. Anyway, instead of having like a generic old zombie comes out and you fight the zombie, you have this kid just looking down at the water, and I think this is such a beautiful teaser trailer. And then he's like, we can't sing because we don't want to be loud because of the monsters. And he's saying how he doesn't even remember a world without monsters, because remember, this was a baby during the apocalypse, so this is all the kid knows. At least Clementine has like faint memories of the old world. Anyway, and she is definitely older. It's been a few years since, so I'm real curious to see, because I have speculation for the comic book. Not all that sure, but it is possible that this could lead somewhere different than simply having a character die. But we'll get into that in a second, because this is, I love this so much. He's like, yeah, we shouldn't be loud because of the monsters. And where is it? Yeah, right here. I love that. How he says he doesn't even remember a world without monsters, and then they pan down to what he's looking at. Again, you don't need this generic zombie shows up, fight the zombie, because I feel like that's what somebody who, okay, if you get a job to do a zombie, trailer or scene or a movie, that's going to be your instant, okay, they like zombies, bring in a zombie, we'll have a zombie attack, we'll have like this fake, we know they're not going to get bit now, but whoever filmed it thought it would be a neat idea. This is 10 times better than simply just throwing a zombie attack in here. I personally love this. I think it's genius, and it connects to what they say next. They go over the rules of survival. I think the first one is never be alone. The words, I have the subtitles on, but having that little image of the zombie in the water, him looking down in their discussion, I'm telling you what, I love it. Never go alone. And then what do you do when the monsters come? He pulls out the gun and he's like, save the last bullet for us. Now this is a screenwriter's something screenwriters are taught to do in Hollywood. You brought up the gun, you're going to have to use, there will be a scene in this, unless they're using this as a diversion, like they know, audience nowadays understands what screenwriters are doing, even if you don't, consciously think about it, but we know this is going to have a scene where someone gets down to the last bullet. Whether they're actually going to go through with it, like I can see them getting down to their last bullet, and then they save it for themselves, and then Clementine shows up and saves him before he can kill himself. There's going to be a scene, there most likely will, of that, coming down to the last bullet, because they bring it up here. And then she says to end this trailer, and this is what I find to be genius. She says, now what do you do if I'm bitten, if I get bit? She has this look on her face, this determined look, and then she, the screen goes black. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because if you look at the profile, the promo images, where are we at here? First look, if you look at some of the promotional images, this one's really cool. I like this one. But you scroll down, this one's been floating around, and it has Clementine holding the axe. Now, if you go to, what is it, TELLTALE'S Season 1 image. TELLTALE'S Dead Season 1. TELLTALE'S The Walking Dead Season 1. Let's go to images. Right here, you have Lee protecting Clementine with the axe. And here you have Clem with the axe. And I'm getting somewhere specifically. See how she's the little kid. He's holding her hand. He's right behind her. But she's right behind him. She's holding his hand. She's got the axe. They literally mirrored those two images. Lee in Season 1, that's the character we started off with. He found this girl, kept this girl safe. And this is a spoiler. Mute it for like 5 seconds if you don't want to hear it. I'm going to say it in 2 seconds. Lee protects the little girl. He gets bit at the end of Season 1. That's the big thing. And then in Season 2, we follow Clementine a little older. Season 3, even older, but we're not as Clementine is the main character. We have a couple others, Javier and stuff like that. But Season 4, it's coming back around full circle, and they may be hinting it in the poster. Clementine is in the same position as Lee, protecting this one now, coming full circle as the protector, going from the one being protected to the protector now, holding the axe. And in the trailer, they go over the rules, and they end the trailer with, and what do you do if I get bit? Now, here's the thing. That is the most predictable way to end this, is obviously it's ending, so it's got to end with Clementine's death, right? And what better way to go full circle with this? I love the way they're doing it. However, and the reason I say you have to end with a death is because if you don't end with the character's death, then it's just left in the air because they're not curing the virus. The world's not going back to normal. How do you end this and keep him alive and have it as an end? Because unless you leave it open-ended, that is a possibility. Now, I'm not sure what the legal stuff is behind the scenes as far as ownership and all that, because I do know Skybound owns these characters. They own the world of The Walking Dead in the comic. AMC owns the show and the show universe. When it comes to Telltale, I don't know if they have a little bit of ownership. I'm sure Kirkman would have done a contract to where he can, they make the profit off the games, but he has complete ownership and rule over the characters in the future and yada, yada, yada. But I'm sure they would have some sort of royalties or ownership or something, even a small amount, moving forward. And if it's the case where Kirkman has ownership over these characters and he can do whatever he wants with these characters, would there be a chance? In the comic book, we're at this big community now called the Commonwealth. It's obviously been what? I mean, she started off as little. She found the baby in, so it's been, I don't even know how old he is. I'm horrible at guessing kids' ages in real life, let alone in a video game or a cartoon. But let's say this is 6 years, definitely, into the apocalypse. It feels like it's got to be more, right? Let's just say it's 6 years, 7 years, something like that. This is around the time of the Commonwealth in the comic book. So if they want to end Clementine's story in the game, not because they're killing Clementine, but because she and AJ is going to have a peaceful video game ending, but her story's going to continue, where they go through this storyline, and in the end, they make it to the Commonwealth. It's a massive community. We had Michonne's video game, and her daughters were, hinted in the video game. There was a little bit of stuff there. I don't want to put any spoilers in here, but Michonne and her daughters in the Telltale video game world, the daughters could make a reappearance as being some of the first people they meet with and interact with in the Commonwealth. And it connects to the comic book because, and I'm going off on fanboyism here by bringing them into the world of the comic book by ending, and I think this, if you were ever going to do it, I love this. Have them get to the comic book. They meet up with Elodie, Michonne's daughter. Not best friends, maybe they know him from the neighborhood. And this way, when they end the story with them in a happy place in this community, the Commonwealth, we pick up with the Walking Dead comic in issue like 187 or something like that, or 185. Michonne is getting this lawyer job now. She's living at the Commonwealth, and Elodie moves in with Michonne, because we know that from the recent issue, just today, 180. Michonne may get this apartment. Her daughter most likely will move in with her, and when her daughter goes to talk to one of her old friends that used to come to the bakery, we find out it's Clementine and then AJ. They're both still alive. They're both in this community. I mean, if they were going to end it and transfer the character from the video game into the comic book world, I think this is one hell of a way to do it, because the puzzle pieces are there perfect. You can end Clementine's Telltale story in a positive way, in an uplifting way, in a happy ending, because a sad ending is just far too predictable. They may be hinting that, though, with how she is now the protector in the Lee position in the promotional material. And they may just go that route. There may be whatever's going on behind the scenes. It may just be over for the Walking Dead in the Telltale universe, like the Telltale video games. And this may be finalizing it, because I do know there was some videos on YouTube and some articles that came out where there was problems behind the scenes, where Telltale was just the way it was growing too fast, picking up maybe more projects than they could handle, and there was some stuff behind the scenes, some arguments and whatnot. So I'm not all caught up on that drama, so I'm really not sure what's all there, but I do know they're either ending this for two reasons, or three. One, they really feel like the story is over and this is it. Or two, there's some type of disagreement with how to handle this moving forward with Telltale and then with Skybound, so they want to just end it and kind of cut ties. End it respectfully. We did it. It worked. It was great, but let's end it. And then three is the one that we've been speculating in this video. They're ending it in the video game because they're bringing it over into the comic book. And this might not be even a permanent thing. Telltale in the future might be able to do a video game where you play a character or a soldier at the Commonwealth, and we get cameos by Michonne, Clementine, AJ, because keep in mind, Michonne's already been in the world of The Walking Dead in the Telltale universe. Not the Telltale universe, but the Telltale games. And then Clementine, obviously, as well. So, and Jesus also. Glenn, too, is a little Easter egg. He was back in, season 1. You can have other characters. And eventually, one of the most exciting parts, we may get a cameo of Rick frickin' Grimes in the Telltale video games coming up in the future. Again, as a cameo, you play some character, maybe Mercer. I mean, there's a lot of potential. I feel like there's a ton of potential going on right now to combine these worlds finally in this way with this Commonwealth situation going on in the comic, yet still keep the option open to have video games with Telltale in the future and cameo these characters. And the only reason I'm okay with it now, and in Season 3, I did not want them to go away from Clementine. I wanted them to keep Clementine as the main character. Wait a minute, didn't she get her fingers cut off in Season 3, or at least 2 of them or something? She looks like she has all her fingers here. Maybe I have not played 2 and 3 because we're doing it on the channel. And since this is coming out soon, I'm going to do my best to get the internet fixed and the gaming setup finalized, so that way we can play this straight into the new season. I would love to do that, so stay tuned for that if you're excited. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up because I want to get this video uploaded. I already did a video today, but I'm not gonna hold this one till tomorrow. I want to upload it because I really want to know your thoughts and opinions. The more I talk about this, and this was just a freestyle. I was only supposed to do like a 2-minute. I love this teaser trailer, the zombie in the water. That's cute. Love it, you know? And next thing you know, my brain just ran away on me. So if this was kind of all over the place a little bit, it's because I freestyled. When I hit record, I had no idea I was going to talk about the Commonwealth and all that. It just started, you know, the gears, the creative playground I talk about. I love creating stories. The gears in my head, the ideas just started rolling. So I was like, oh my God, I love that. So let me shut up because I want to know what you guys think about this possibility. And if you hate it, if you want to keep Clementine in the video games only and not in the comic book, I understand. And if you want her in the TV show, that's not going to happen. Not unless she is in the comic book. I believe then AMC, and only then AMC, will be able to use the character. All right. Thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I'm excited. Do you want Telltale's The Walking Dead finally on this channel with some gameplays? I'll tell you right now, I'm leaning towards, I hope you guys want it because I want to do it. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thoughts and opinions down there. I'm done talking. It's your turn.